Good afternoon, everyone. I hope we're all okay, or we're all doing well. According to the World Health Organization, 14.9 people were affected by COVID 19. I'm sure we can all remember the COVID 19 pandemic, right? My name is Mariam Gimba. I'm a lawyer and I'm a humanitarian. My topic for today would be the impact of COVID 19 on me. Um, I'd like to cast our mind back to early 2020 when the pandemic hit. At this moment in time, I was in second year of university. And just before that, I remember I took a trip in 2019, December. So I was at high risk. By the time I went back to university, COVID had already hit. Like, we had the first case of COVID. And as God would have it, the first case was in my university, University of York, and it was also in my faculty, the Faculty of Law. So we had to be quarantined for about 14, about 14 to 18 days. We're all put in like hotel rooms, told not to speak to anyone. We could not go out. Food was brought out to us and everything like that. So you can imagine how isolating it was. Um, I apologize. I'm trying to remember how the story goes, even though it's a personal experience. But yeah, so I had to quarantine for 14 to 18 days, and it was a very, very scary experience because I'm someone that is very used to having their community around. So even when I came out of quarantine, I couldn't come back to Nigeria because the airport was already closed. There was no flight in and out. The evacuation flights had already, like, they had not started yet. So it was a very, very scary experience. So even though I had already left quarantine for about 14 days, I had to go back to living on my own, and there was no way I could come back home to Nigeria. So I stayed on my own for about 6 months, and it was very, very isolating. So that's the point of this story. That a lot of people were isolated during COVID, and it was scary. And even when I could come back home, even though I had the clearance to come back home, I could not because I had a high risk brother. So I don't know if you can remember during COVID, if you're high risk and you test positive for coronavirus, you're not allowed to go next to people that are high risk. So high risk people are people that have asthma, people that have like disabilities or something along those lines. So even when I had the clearance to come back home, I could not come back home because there were two high risk people. Um, so this short story takes me to the main point of my presentation, which is that COVID had a lot of psychological and cultural impact on people's lives. And even though a lot of people had family around them, it was so isolating because community is not just about your family, it's about your friends, it's about like going out to work. There's so much more that comes with community. So even though you had like your nuclear family like under one roof, like I'm sure most of us at some point felt very, very boxed. So that's basically what I'm trying to say, like in essence, that COVID 19 taught me the importance of family. Um, Thank you very much.